Maple Leafs coming up on their 100th anniversary. They decide to change their logo. Makes sense to me. Well, today at In the Crease with Tommy C. Welcome everybody to In the Crease with Tommy C. Today we're going to be talking about the Leafs. We'll take a look at the Leafs logo. A bit of a slow news day. Get your opinions in on that. Love to see you in the chat. Today would be a good day to call, 718-395-7660. We'll also be talking about Patrick Kane and his, the whole sporting world can be happy now because the rapist didn't break Gretzky's record. Boy, that would have really given them a heart attack. So everybody's rejoicing that Patrick Kane didn't break the streak because he didn't rape a girl, but he should have been accused and put in jail, and whatever. My point men today are none other than Jeff the Huff Huffman, straight out of St. Louis, and Mr. Montreal himself, Matt Hazar. Why did you change your name back to the K on Facebook?
I never changed it back to C.
You never changed it back to C? And the reason for this is what?
Well, it looks cooler. I won't lie.
It doesn't look cooler. Why does it look cooler?
It's the original way.
It's the original. You sound like the Toronto Maple Leafs, for Christ's sakes.
Exactly. I'm changing my logo.
The Toronto Maple Leafs logo is fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I really don't.
It's a leaf.
It's a leaf. It's an original 6.
It's not original at all.
What's not original about it?
It's a leaf, and on it it's written Toronto Maple Leaf in the most generic writing of all time.
Well, maybe if they change their logo, they'll start to play better. I almost wonder if Toronto's at that stage right now. Because last year and the year before, everybody was like, upset. Oh, they're underperforming. This is shocking. Now nobody cares if they lose or not. It's barely a story anymore, even on TSN, which should be called the fucking Maple Leafs Network.
Toronto Sports Network.
Toronto, is that what it is? That's all they talk about is the goddamn Leafs. Well, maybe that's why.
Actually, I think it's the Sports Network.
Super.
They're pro-Toronto like crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately for you. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at these bitches. These friggin' logos here that they're about to change. Let me get your thing. Let me put that up for you so you guys can see it.
See what we got here.
This comes from hockeybydesign.com. I don't know what they do. Do I really care? This edition of top 5 logo concepts we scored on the internet, the best Toronto Maple Leafs logo concepts. It's no easy feat to find designers willing to rebrand one of the most classic and you know what I mean, teams in the NHL. My thing is, why do it? It's not going to improve anything. You can come up with like a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th jersey. Nothing's going to improve anything on the ice. I mean, who cares? I mean, look, when you have a Boston Bruins, New York Rangers, I mean, even the first expansion with the St. Louis Blues, they speak for themselves. We're not Europe. We don't need to freaking, put 20 advertisements and change the jersey every year. It's ridiculous. Oh, God, this one's the worst. Johnny Griswold.
Don't say that's the...
No, it's not, but they're coming up with concepts. Because apparently Toronto is dead set on doing this shit. You know what they did? You know what that looks like? It looks like the damn Seattle Sounders logo right there. The soccer team. What do you think of that, Jeff?
Is that supposed to be the CN Tower on top of it?
I don't know. I'm not Canadian, is it?
Pretty sure it is.
They're taking a sword right through the heart of the Leafs. I think their play alone does that.
Should be a mushroom cloud behind that. It's really so. That's from Johnny Griswold, and I'm not saying that they don't look good. I'm a little bit of a traditionalist, I suppose. Yeah. This is the worst one. You got to be kidding me.
I could do that on my
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah. That's the old logo. The old logo, like before.
There's your flamboyant.
We really could have done this with Microsoft Paint, for Christ's sakes.
You do copy paste one over the other.
Felix Pachinski. The modern Leaf silhouette cut out from the 1963-67 Leaf seems like a lazy solution at first glance, but actually, it's really good. I mean, why not? It's really good. I mean, why not? I mean, that's your explanation. I couldn't find much more information on this designer. Yeah, because he's probably a lazy 13-year-old kid. You know, I could have made this friggin' logo and put it in the goddamn thumbnail. Look at that. I couldn't find much information on this brilliant artist. It's a fucking hockey logo. Literal fusion of new and old represent the franchise history equally. Oh, God.
I don't get it because he says it might look weird at first glance.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't give any reason why it's good.
Yeah, he doesn't. His reason is, I mean, why not? Oh, Jesus Christmas. The Leafs are really falling from grace. Yeah, the long gone are the days of Matt Sundin and Wendell Clark. I actually really liked them. You wouldn't know by this broadcast last couple years, but I actually like this team. I look to the original 6 teams. I don't even hate one of them except maybe Montreal. Here's a really original one. Where did they get these brilliant artists? Look at this. Here's a rather obvious direction that really... I like how they're looking at it like I'm in a fucking art gallery. It's a fucking hockey logo. It really falls...
At least with this, unlike an art gallery, you can make out what they're making.
Yeah,
Not just a bunch of fucking scribbles.
Yeah, Jesus. This is listen to the way they talk. Here's a rather obvious direction that really falls within modern minimalist design.
But they're giving bad reasons.
Yeah, the wonderful world of whiteout.
Here's Matthew McElroy. All right, this is at least a different direction.
The hell, are they the Texas Rangers now?
Yeah, good point. The concept combines Toronto's modern Leaf with the T logo of the Maple Leafs 1917-19. All right. And their predecessors, the Toronto Arenas. Wasn't the team before it was in the NHL just called Toronto? I think I saw, what's his name? Keith Overman did a big bit on that. That's funny.
What the fuck kind of leaf is this?
It's terrible. Here's another one. This is like a rip-off of the other one. Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore's
Can't even get the T on the leaf?
You didn't even get the T on the leaf. Jesus. You know what it is? It's too easy to do art like this now. That's the problem. Everybody's got some kind of device where you can actually do this. Brandon Moore's Leaf logo, like previous concept, is reminiscent of the Toronto Arenas. We all know that hockey fans, maybe more than any other sports, love their nostalgia. And this one fits right with the best of them. I feel like I'm being sold a car. It's ridiculous. It's insane. I don't know. Here's the one that I like. Toronto Maple Leafs. All right, here's the one I like. It's my personal favorite. It's this one. I like this one because it says Leafs. Go fucking figure. It's ridiculous. Let's see what the chat had to say about it.
Johnny T wants to know how CVS is.
CVS. I didn't go to CVS.
I wish I worked at CVS.
I knocked her up. I didn't go to CVS. That was a problem. You ever notice that the condoms are right next to the pregnancy tests? It's bad advertising, if you ask me, pal. Let's see. The guys are going to talk about you're stupid. Yeah, whatever. You don't know shit about wrestling. It doesn't matter if I know shit about wrestling. I'm going to fucking drive that little prick in fucking Boston crazy. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I know shit about hockey. I'm just giving him one more thing to do. And I've been embraced by the YWC. Too Tall, Andre Corbeil have wished me the best.
Johnny T says number 6 is Frenchie Ben's mom's ass. That might be the best one.
Johnny T. Cronin. A lot of people think that's Joe himself. You know, because he's reposting stuff all the time. Probably is.
That's why he never calls in.
Yeah, he calls in. Well, that was the thing. That's why I actually thought it was Cronin. The first tip-off was like, he's not taking my call. I think anybody that knows me, considering I don't block anybody for any reason, you know damn well he didn't call me. And I guess because he knew that would drive me crazy. Anybody's welcome. I do not screen any calls. I would love to talk to Johnny Cronin. Absolutely love to. And I think Frenchie Ben would too.
Could I just say something to Johnny T?
Sure, you're more than welcome to say something.
If you're going to insult me, can you do it properly? I'm dreaming of working at CVS. It's my lifelong dream. It's what I'm working for.
You big dummy.
Yeah, stop passing me compliments.
He's call in. He won't call in. It's probably the cry bully himself.
Say I'm Arabic. Say I'm a towel head or a camel jock. That's a better insult.
I don't know.
Don't go and say I work at CBS.
Well, we're talking. Well, if it is a fan of Cronin, we're talking about a guy that just brings up maxi pads, cum, and uses turkey basters. You know, when you're inspired by that kind of talent, I mean, who knows what insults you're going to come up with if you're a fan of it. Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane's little run is over. Everybody can rejoice. Patrick Kane is not going to beat Wayne Gretzky's record, which he had no chance of doing. And I think Patrick Kane actually has a better skill set than Wayne Gretzky did. He just plays in a very different era where the defenseman, it's not just about being
They
bull.
can actually play.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I don't want to say the guys from the old days were bad. I don't want to go front, but they were different and they looked at the game differently. The position became you had to be more technically proficient, not just tough. And I think the demand of the two-way defenseman.
The skill gap is a lot closer.
Yes. The skill gap is good. You didn't need it in those days. It doesn't mean you weren't good. It doesn't mean you weren't tough.
Right.
But you have to be more of a two-way defenseman. You have to have some kind of offensive skills to get that. The most important play in hockey, and it was that way even Gretzky's day, is the guy that can get that pass out of your own zone, right to your own blue line to start making plays. It's still the most important play. And when I was a kid, you only really needed Brian Leetch to do it. You need a guy. You need at least 3 players that can do it on a team. So I think it's a different era. And I think he's got a better skill set, but I think those records are absolutely untouchable, at least for the time being, because the game changed in such a manner where I think it makes it impossible. That being said, this is one of the great achievements in the modern era of hockey, and it's going to make everybody crazy. You'll probably hear towards the end of the year, had he got 40 games, he should have been the MVP. I think it's very clear that Patrick Kane is the strongest candidate for the MVP. And that's going to be interesting if they vote him out or not. And when they do vote him in, I can't wait to see the fallout. It's going to make these guys crazy. What do you think of that, Matt?
Yeah, and also you forgot to mention that goalies nowadays are so much more athletic. They have bigger equipment, and
True.
I'm pretty sure the goals are smaller, so that adds to the difficulty.
Yeah.
Should Patrick Kane win MVP?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind it. I don't think he'd be my personal MVP just because, like, I'm not hating on him or anything, but his style of play is just not my kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of rather a Jonathan Tavares or a Jonathan Taves. He's more of a kind of Russian look at my hands style of play.
Sure, he does play a Russian style of hockey. I think that's fair to say. Well, here's the thing. The MVP, most valuable player, is what you add, whatever style you have. You know, I mean, you could make an argument if your team scored 3 goals every time one of these players on the ice got a fight. You're the MVP. You've motivated them. So I think it doesn't really matter so much on your style. I think it matters a lot more about what you bring. And what Patrick Kane brings is wins. And he always gives his team a chance. He's a huge weapon. So, I mean, who's more valuable than that right now? I also think you can make the argument that Henrik Lundqvist, if the Rangers start to turn things around. I think that's very possible as well. That's very so. I mean, you can make an argument about him. And
my personal MVP would be actually Jamie Benn.
Jamie Benn, I think, is an excellent area.
He's the complete opposite of Patrick Kane. He's big and he doesn't really use his hand. He uses more his size.
Mm-hmm.
But
I agree.
You said,
Patrick. So, and another thing is, one of these guys might get hurt. You know, so you can't. It's going to be tough to judge. You got to stay healthy. There's a lot of luck involved. But the politics is what I think is going to be his greatest enemy. Not anything that he does or doesn't do on the ice. Because of I don't know. There just seems to be a real appetite for putting him in jail, even though. Or having him sit, or the NHL behave like the media wanted him to, when there's absolutely no evidence that he committed a crime. Jeff, what do you think of old Patty's streak?
Well, no, I just kind of liked it because it was pissing all the feminist off.
Yeah, you're not a huge Chicago Blackhawks fan.
Not really. No, but like pretty much everything you said, it is kind of cool to see a guy go on that kind of a tear, especially in this era. compared to years past, like when I was born, because, like I said, the skill gap is much closer.
Mm-hmm.
The pads for goalies are bigger. They're so much more athletic. It's just a lot. It's a lot tougher for a player to stand out now than it was back in the day.
No, so you're absolutely correct. It's
And also, you said Patrick Kane, he might not get MVP because of his whole rape situation.
mm-hmm.
But on the other side of the coin, I think it's because of this rape situation that he's so good this year.
Oh, I agree with that totally. I think his life flashed before his eyes. I almost lost my everything. I was given these DNA gifts. I'm good at it. I love what I do. It's given me everything that I've ever had or wanted or desired, and it got almost taken away from me from somebody who was either mentally ill or just wanted a piece of money. And I think here's another thing to point out. Patrick Kane kept his girlfriend through all this as well. So, I mean, he was obviously believed by the Chicago Blackhawks, the people around him, the bar owner where he spent the night that night, his driver. So the people closest to him do believe him. I know you could probably look at that and say, well, they would because they make money on him. Or they're decent people and they didn't want to see a man get accused falsely and have everything taken away from him. To me, at his age, holy shit, I could lose this. I could actually lose this. I'm going to go focused. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Patrick get married next summer. And I think a lot of people in his camp will be quite relieved because they think that part of his life will go away. And not that I'm any big proponent of marriage. One of the things it does do when you take yourself out of the game, there's a lot less pressure on you to go meet girls or miss opportunities and stuff like that. You only worry about your wife, your family, and your career, and it focuses you. Whether it's when you're a single guy, you're like, I better get laid this weekend or I'm a fucking horrible man. It's all gone. It's one of the only good things about the institution, in my opinion. Who told somebody? Somebody called Debbie a cunt.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say we're about to have bloodshed in the chat.
No, goodbye. No. I think that's where I draw the line. That's where I drew the line with Terry. It's the only other time I block somebody. Report message. Yeah. Report message. How about that? And you're not calling my friend the cunt. Debbie's beautiful. She's wonderful. And
Pittsburgh, if you could stop spoiling NXT for me, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's over here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, they're in London.
I got some requests to do NXT. Look, this wrestling announcement has come very late in the game. I'm going to give you content. I know there's some questions on Twitter, and I've gotten some are you really serious, or is this a tease? Is this just to piss off Cronin? No, it's not. I want to do it. I want to do it straight, and that's why I'm taking the extra week to do the graphics. I want it to look as good as the other shows. I'm not doing live broadcasts. I'm doing pre-recorded stuff. I do have a background in wrestling. I come from an area where there's a million independent wrestling companies. I grew up in the place the movie The Wrestler was filmed. I have some background. I think I've added to most of the stuff I did on the other channel was jokes, but I think you're going to be happy with what I produce. And yes, unless there's some major schedule changes, we're going to keep it going. We're moving towards entertainment. We're doing a lot of different stuff. Hockey will probably always be the focus because that's my thing. But don't worry about that. And all I can promise, and there's more pressure on me to do this well than anything I've ever done on this channel. So you best believe that I'm going to take my time on this. I'm thinking 2 weeks. I'm thinking 2 weeks for all your wrestling guys out there. So you'll see content, gaming content, and hell, maybe I'll film something on the street over here. That's funny. And then Pittsburgh boy knocked that shit off. 718-395-7660. You got any hockey stuff going on? Please give me a call. Now would be the time. Sieron, now would be the time. I think I would appreciate if you guys want to get it in. And if you want to make a good call, you either call the phone number or be wired on Skype. That's your best chance because I will fucking blow you up in a finger snap if I can't hear you. Almost blew up fucking Matt. And speaking of Matt, so these two goofballs that come up to me yesterday say, guess what? It was like looking into a mirror. They're both holding up NHL 16. Oh, you bought an NHL 16? I bought an NHL 16. So my thing is right there, oh my God, I'm getting a lot of content. They're going to do stuff together. They're going to do stuff like that. He goes, so I get a message from Matt. Oh, it's too hard. I don't want to have to buy.
I didn't say it's too hard.
It's hard. You suck at the game. And what did you
Why
do
would it be
today?
hard?
What did you do
I've
today?
had-
What did you do today to the NHL 16? Something you could have helped this channel grow with that content. Tell me, what did you do today?
This isn't the problem because I exchange it for a game, and I could still exchange that game to get NHL 16 again. That's not the problem.
Yeah. But why did you exchange it to begin with?
I exchanged it to begin with because, so in NHL 15, you'd get coins if you'd play single game. You get coins if you'd play NHL online, NHL live moments. Basically, you get coins various different ways, and I play the HUD game,
which is for pussies.
and maybe anyway. Once
I play
now,
the
only way that they
Pokemon
give you
hockey. Go ahead.
The only way they're gonna give you coins is if you play the online mode. So I'm at a huge disadvantage.
Play the online
Also, I don't
mode. Play ECHL. That's the best. That's the shit that's for men.
But this isn't the problem at all, Tommy.
What?
The problem is that I exchanged it for Uncharted, and I can't fucking find where I put the damn game.
You lost Uncharted. You lost
Yeah.
Uncharted. Now you can't get the NHL 16. And then what are we talking? $60, 60 loonies for this shit?
90.
Oh, that's how worthless your currency is?
It's 9 in Canada, that I know.
No, 90. Oh my god.
Which
like
would probably
$2.
translate to 60 here.
You don't buy any of this bullshit, right? Jet, you just think he's a big pussy that doesn't want to lose. Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, I'm gonna get the game today. I called my sister. We're gonna go get the game, and I'm gonna show I can beat you.
Oh, Jeff's like a fucking pro.
All EA Sports games are glitch. It's glitches. It's who can
Exactly, I
manipulate
know
the
the glitch
glitches
goals.
best.
You don't know the glitch is nothing. You got rid of it because it was too hard.
I didn't.
Some
I
fucking
can beat
kid,
Jeff.
some kid said he did your mom on Xbox Live or whatever it is, and you got all flustered and you pussed out.
Some 10-year-old did your mom. Actually, all the 10-year-olds you ran into.
I
Yeah.
take photos of those.
Surprisingly,
messages.
all our mom,
Hilarious.
any gamer's mom she's gotten around apparently. We don't know of.
Well, you know what's a funny thing? I said, I woke up my wife yesterday after we did the show, and I said, I don't really appreciate you giving blowjobs to all my trolls. I mean, especially if I got to hear about it. What are you talking about? Apparently you give head, and everybody knows you give good head. And shave your pussy.
But during the
Oh, by the way, I
small-
told her what you said. Aren't you afraid you're gonna poke the baby? And I had to pick her up. She was laughing so hard. You know what I should have? You know what she said? I should have said is like, yeah, I should be afraid of poking a baby. I don't have a fucking a 3-foot dong, dude. You can't poke the baby. Jesus.
But you see, I have a big.
Sooner
dong,
poke
so-
her eye out than the baby. Jesus, poke the baby. Give me a break. How do you lose Uncharted? Well, it's Uncharted, Rick Boy. It's hard to find.
I'll go on an adventure.
Well,
to find
yeah, he's gonna go on an adventure like Nathan Drake in Uncharted, who goes on
I
adventures.
swear to God, it was in my hand. I don't know where it went.
Does Nathan Drake go on a trek to the game store to buy NHL 16?
Maybe an Uncharted 4. I don't know. You know what? During the small time I've had an NHL 16, I've played the BL Pro mode where you can build your own character.
Yeah, I can do that too.
And they give you the option to put facial hair.
Yeah.
And one of the style. Oh, sorry, my voice cracked.
Uh-huh.
One of the style of beards they give is the Jonathan Taves beard.
Are you
where
kidding
it's
me?
just like this chin strap. No, I'm not.
My
It's
wife always
funny.
calls it. He looks like a what the hell are they? The
Amish.
the Amish. Looks like one of those Amish guys. He's like an Amish guy that's about 19 years old that he has to grow his beard now because he decided that the springing, whatever the hell they call it, when they can leave for a year, get lots of sex, and they go back to the farm and make babies.
Oh yeah.
What is that called? It's a German word. Springzingen or some shit like that. I forget what it's called. Oh, those funny Amish. They're funny folks, those guys.
Yeah.
Love the Amish. All right, let's do some headlines. Get the hell out of here. What do you think? Because it was kind of a slow news day. New Jersey Devils forward Patrick Elias, he talks about his relationship with former teammate Jaromir Jagr. Apparently, it ain't too good. I think that's an interesting read. You can check that out on NJ.com. Elias spilled it. I mean, I always
maybe Elias is just jealous he won't be able to play till he's 50 like Jagr.
Or maybe I'm thinking Jagr went through one of his women. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, those locks are something else. Calgary Flames have gone 5-0-0 in the month of December. Good. Turn it around, Calgary. They didn't start too hot last year, too. God, I hope they turn it around. They make the playoffs. Ryan Lambert's going to jump off a bridge. And I'm going to put a banana on that bridge. I swear to God. And the World Cup of Hockey 2006 pre-tournament training camp schedules were released. Why did I even put that on there? Who cares? The pre-tournament. World Cup of Hockey pre... What's... I don't know. Maybe I should really read this shit, don't you think?
Maybe.
I just played the music, so I should get everybody calling in now. That drives me batshit crazy. Ow. Last night in the National Hockey League, the New Jersey Devils, they take the Buffalo Sabres 2-0. The Cats put a pounding on the Islanders in New York. Brooklyn, 5-1. Congratulations to Dylan McElrath. His first goal in the NHL. Dylan McElrath having a huge impact on the Rangers. A goon, a guy that's fitting into the defense, and he can kick your monkey ass.
He was a 10th overall pick. Do you believe that?
There may be something there because this guy, they're calling his name all the time. He's having a huge impact on this team.
Okay.
I can't believe that 10th. Wait, 10th overall or 10th round? Wait a minute, 10th round or 10th overall?
Overall, he was a first
There must be
pick.
something. Then he's a lot better than I thought he was. 10th overall. He's a big boy, but they don't draft guys like that anymore just because you're big. There may be something there. Dylan McElrath. Hey, did you learn to say that other Ranger? He had his first game. Did you learn how to say his name yet?
Skizha.
Is that really it, Skizha? Where's he from?
I have no clue.
We got to look him up. Well, he had his first game.
name?
Congratulations. Skizha. It's like SJK or something like that. It's completely
No,
bizarre.
his first name.
I don't know.
SK. It's Brady.
Brady Skizha. Brady Skizha. Brady Skizha. Jeff Skinner, in a losing effort, he scored 3 goals on 6 shots, including an absolute it was basically 1-on-4. It's absolutely beautiful to complete his hat trick. Jeff Skinner, welcome back to the elite. Holy Christmas.
Brady Skidgy, whatever his name is from Lakeville, Minnesota.
Big surprise there for an American player. The only big surprise is that goofy name. Why don't you change it? I mean, my family dropped the O in O'Callanan. Why don't you, just Americanize your name?
And you make fun of me for changing my name.
Yeah, why? Then you should, yeah. Well, you're Canadian. It's different. Well, I don't get the thing with you changing your name because, I don't know. It's like, what's wrong with the C? I mean, it's a big deal.
My great great grandfather was with a just my great grandfather was with a K.
Yeah, I know, because that's the Turkish name. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know why you change it back. Because it's I don't know. It's like the Irish learning Gaelic now. They're trying to teach them all Gaelic. It just seems like a big waste of time to me. You got conquered. This is your new language. Just get over it. I know that pisses off every Irishman. So just get over it. Seriously. Come on. What else is going on? Oh, by the way, Philadelphia did, even in the losing, all 3 goals were for naught. Philadelphia beats Carolina 4-3. The San Jose Sharks, they take the Habs 3-1. What happened there?
Fucking boring. I'm so lucky I didn't go see that game. I had tickets, but I gave them away.
Why? Because you wanted to play
Snooze
NHL
fest.
16 just so you could give it away for Uncharted, so you could trade it back from Uncharted. But now you can't buy Uncharted because Uncharted's started. Uncharted.
Yeah, I can't fucking find it. It's a bummer.
Tampa Bay Lightning, they take the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-4. As much as they suck, Toronto sucks more. Bo didn't know it. Calgary, they're in Nashville, take on the Preds, and Calgary comes up 2-1. That's 5 in a row. 5 in a row. St. Louis Blues. After you guys, the Jets beat you guys earlier last week, wasn't it? Right?
I don't know.
They beat you last week, I think. Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, they did.
Well, they get revenge on the Winnipeg Jets, 4-3. Good stuff. Good stuff. Knuckleheads get pounded by the Minnesota North Stars. That's right, I said North Stars. 6-2. Avs shocked Chicago. Matt Duchene, Zach Redmond, and oh my God, old school Matt's calling. Yeah, too late. I'm not doing this. Nope, sorry. Zach Redmond and Gabriel Landeskog, they put some offense up. They beat Chicago. A little bit of a surprise there, 3-0. And the Columbus Blue Jackets are making Torts crazy. Dallas beats them 5-1. Tonight in the National Hockey Games League, only 2 games, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Ottawa Senators, they take on the Washington Capitals, and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, we beat them a month ago.
Who? You beat them a month ago? I always thought it was the other way around. All right, you're not going to get revenge. You better start putting some wins together. It's not like you had a stellar season. You guys are okay this year. It's not that great. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Hey, if we're okay all year and great in the playoffs, that's fine by me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what we got to do this year? We got to suck so we're good in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, you guys do have a tendency of being a step down in the playoffs.
A little bit.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they take on the Boston Bruins, and that's pretty much all your games tonight. Freaking Frenchie Ben's got 3 players playing tonight on his team, and I got back into it. I'm only like 3-4 points behind in fantasy. Redonkulous. Redonkulous. Do you have anything to say to Dave about the Jamie Benn trade? Because I don't think that Steve Stamkos is going to catch Jamie Benn, Matt. You have anything to say to Den on Dave?
About the Jamie Benn trade?
Yeah.
You mean Sagan?
Yeah.
Sagan, I was right. You guys made fun of me so much. I still have the messages of you saying that I lost this.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to show how good I was, I offered 2 trades for Steven Stamkos. The players were Sagan and Ben.
Yeah.
Either of them would have been fantastic. Do
And-
I know hockey or do I know hockey?
Yes, I'm actually quite impressed, but I was hoping you were going to gloat a little more. That's the thing. You know what I would have done? I would have said, "Get out of my crease!" I'm sorry, old school Matt. I couldn't take your call, but I have a rule against people calling me.